Hello, it's Kadisha. I'm back with another video. Again, I have to apologize with this on my screen. I really don't know what it is and why it's happening, but hopefully it's not a distraction. The show must go on, and this is something that the Lord allowed me to realize yesterday. I am in this group where we're basically, of course, have I don't know, it's a ministry, and people decide if they, it's a volunteer, so you can be in it or you cannot be in it. And somebody was making a big fuss and they ended up not being in it. And the Lord allowed me to realize, like, okay, I have to bring someone else in to do this. And it reminded me of the story of Esther and how when Mordecai was telling her, you have to do this, but if you don't do this, the Lord will raise someone else up. And that just made me realize, like, just how much, of course, the Lord loves me, but just how much the Lord wants things to get done, and how he's not going to wait on you to get something done in the earth. Like, okay, if you don't want to do it, then I'll raise someone else up. And I'm just like, oh my goodness, of course, it makes me humble yet very appreciative when the Lord wants to use me in a situation, because he could totally use someone else. And if I decide, of course, to not do it, he will use someone else. And it saddened me, because oftentimes we think that the only way something is going to get done is through me. And you may have that mindset, but I've said this before. What if you die? What if you die? When we oftentimes think that, oh, this can't work if I don't do it, or whatever the case is. And it's just like, what if you die? It must go on. But I think it was a very humbling situation for the person that it happened to, because the show goes on even when you decide to not do what the Lord is wanting you to do in this season. And it hurt me, but like I said, it was a lesson learned, because we cannot sit here and sit back and think like, I can just act and do however I want and still expect God to use me. Like, no, the Lord said, if you don't want to do this, then okay, you don't have to. I'll give you free will to do whatever you want. But what I want to get done in the earth is still going to get done, because that's just how it works. That's how it works. But yeah, it was, oh my goodness, it was so humbling. And it makes me think about now with the football, sports analyst, it makes me think about all the injuries that's happening. They can't stop playing football. They can't say because our quarterback is injured that we can't play. No, they still have to play. No matter if it's their quarterback who's actually keeping them afloat, they still have to play the game. They can't say, no, we can't play until our quarterback comes back. It must go on. And so that's why we have to really be intentional with the way that we live our life, and realize, like, okay, I'm in this opportunity, or I'm in this situation for a reason. So let me take full advantage of it, because of course something can happen where I'm not able to, but also if I choose not to, then it still has to go forward. So it's just like, okay, what am I doing with my life today? And am I making the most out of all that God has given me? And am I taking every opportunity that the Lord is saying to take? Because it's gonna get done. Yeah, maybe that's just a moral story. It's gonna get done. And so the Lord of course will want to use you, but if you don't want to be used in that situation, just know that the Lord will not force you either. So I hope this encourages you to take every opportunity and not take for granted the opportunities that are given to you, so that of course we can live a great life, enjoy life, have a good time, and of course glorify the Lord in all that we do. Thank you so much for watching. Like I always say, sa comió que quieres ver en otros. Until next time, bye.